What's up, guys? So recently I was asked how different is it going from a 600 to a 1000. I thought it would be a perfect video to make because I literally just went through it. So I'm going to point out some differences that I've noticed so far, and we'll go from there. So let's hop on the bike and get it started.
Alright, so the first thing you're going to notice, well, at least this is the first thing that I noticed, is the difference in torque. Yeah, I mean, it's common sense, you know, you go from a 600 to a 1000, it's gonna be faster. But when I tell you the torque difference is ridiculous, and my 600 had a tuned power commander and a full exhaust system, so that one was a little bit more torqueier than a regular Gixxer 600. I mean, that's the first thing I noticed was the torque. Another thing, the bike is gonna be heavier. My 600 was like 420 pounds, I think, and this CBR is 449 wet. And I can feel every bit of that difference in weight. It's a heavy bike. You're not gonna have to shift as frequently as you would on a 600. I mean, simply because the bike is faster. You're gonna be going faster in every gear than what you did on a 600, if that makes sense. There's some pros and cons to switching from a 600 to a 1000. Like I said, like, the bike is heavier and bigger, so like if you're one of those riders who like to take corners and tight curves on some back roads, it's gonna be a big difference trying to lean your bike. I mean, I got used to it, you know, after a couple times, and I'm good now, but at first I was like, man, I can't lean this bike like I lean my Gixxer. The 1000, like the torque, I'm not gonna lie to you, it scared the shit out of me. Now, it's fun, like, don't get me wrong, if you like speed like me, you know, it's gonna be cool, but at the same time, it's scary. Like, you gotta make sure you controlling that throttle, because that front wheel can pick up, it can throw you. Like, you can't throw a 1000 around like you did your 600 once you know, eventually you probably can, but like, in the beginning, you just gotta focus on getting comfortable with your throttle. Like, it's so much more sensitive, it's ridiculous. But to be honest, I got used to my bike really quickly. Gears are a lot smoother. You're gonna be at a higher speed in a lower gear. Like, that's one thing that I really liked about switching over to the 1000. I don't gotta shift early. Like yesterday, I got up to 80 in first gear before I redlined. So I mean, it's pretty quick. I wouldn't be worried about, you know, switching over to 1000. Like, it's not a bad thing. If that's what you want to do, then do it. Like, honestly, I wanted a faster bike. It's gonna take some getting used to at first, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be fun once you realize what you have. You gotta respect these machines, because I mean, it's no joke out here, and you gotta watch other people too. Because I mean, I don't regret getting this bike at all. Had a few little issues here and there, but like, that's with any vehicle that you buy used. So at the end of the day, the bike is a lot faster, a lot heavier, a lot bigger. Not so much taller, because I mean, if you get a Gixxer 1000, their seat height is naturally lower than other bikes, to my understanding. On my Gixxer, my power band is probably at like 8K. On this bike, I'm probably at like 5,500. I picked my front wheel up in second gear probably at 6K. Just don't be scared, don't be nervous or anything, just ride your ride. Just understand how much of a difference the power is. You'll be fine. if I ever get a 600 again, I'm gonna have a 1000 also. Cause I tell you one thing, it's not fun to wheelie this for me. I'm terrified. The bike is heavy, it got so much power. I low-key wanna get a Grom or a 600 or something just to practice wheelies with. Cause I mean, it's easy for this front wheel to come up. It's just not easy for me to control it. I don't know if it's because I'm doing power wheelies and not clutch ups. I don't know. I'm just keeping it cool because I don't want to wreck my bike. Wow, Chrysler 300. But yeah, I don't want to wreck my bike. I don't want to get in an accident or hurt myself or anybody else. One thing I really like about the difference in the torque and speed is, like, if you gotta make a quick move or get around somebody or dodge something, the quickness is there. Trust me, the quickness is there. Like I said in one of my other videos, the power in the 1000 is not necessary unless you're racing. I'm gonna go ahead and put that out there. You don't need to be going as fast as these bikes can go. 250 or 300, I mean, it's still fast. You don't need this much power. The only other liter bike that I've ridden besides this one is a ZX14, 2010. My buddy let me ride his one day, and that was when I had my Gixxer 600, and I was like, man, this first gear feels like my fourth gear. And anyone out there trying to get a CBR 1000, like around, let me see, like 04 through 07 or something, I don't know about the newer ones, but they run hot. They do run hot. My fan doesn't turn on till 220. It's at 230 right now. At least I got the fan working now though, so. But they do run hot. Like, I could feel all that heat on me right now. I don't think anybody would regret getting a 1000. Maybe some people it's not for them, but like, it's just so much power. It's there, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people start off with a 1000. My cousin's first bike was an R1, and then he got a Gixxer 1000. So I mean, it's controllable as long as you know what you're doing. Gas mileage, it's not as good as the 600, I'll tell you that right now. I don't know exactly what my gas mileage is on this bike, but I can tell that when I have my Gixxer, I have better gas mileage. That's another thing you want to consider. It's still better than a truck, maybe some cars, but yeah, I mean, if anybody has any questions about anything, just shoot me a comment or DM or something on Instagram. I'll respond. Finished my exam early. Had some time to make it out to bike night. Met up with a couple of my boys over here. About to go out for a little ride, I guess.
I ain't riding with y'all.
Oh, you're not?
I gotta go take care of the dog. Not riding? I gotta go fuck with the dog.
Alright.
Yeah. It's gonna change though. Give me 6 months.
6 months until what? That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pay for it, so that's my kid.
That's what's up. Bike doing alright?
Yeah, everything's straight. Alright now. Take your time. Alright now, when y'all get to the crib. Yeah, everything's straight. I might be putting these house cams.
It just needs to be pushed in now.
So do you push it back up?
No.
Hold on. There you go. You broke it.
Thank you. It's not broken.
There you go. You're good now.
Thank you. I need a newer center because mine can't enable me to talk to more than one person at a time. So I can't hear shit they're saying right now.
Caution out there, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all
Thank
take care.
you.
Have a safe night.
You have a good night.
Make sure you fix that tag, too.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Have a safe night, guys.
You too.